What's up, Gooners? Arsenal have sent scouts to watch an attacker with 47 goal involvements this season, and his performance was absolutely sensational. But that's not all. Eli Junior Kroupi, the player who helped win us the Premier League title, was directly asked about joining Arsenal, and his reaction was brilliant. Plus, the Southampton Spygate scandal could potentially earn Arsenal millions this summer in the most unexpected way. If you want all the details on these massive stories as we celebrate being champions, smash that subscribe button right now, turn on notifications, and let's dive into what could shape our summer transfer window. Let's jump straight into the first story because Arsenal are making serious checks on a number of attackers ahead of the fast-approaching summer transfer window, and one name stands out. Mikel Arteta wants to upgrade on Gabriel Martinelli, who has scored just one Premier League goal this entire season. That's simply not good enough for a winger at a club with our ambitions and standards. Paris Saint-Germain's Khvicha Kvaratskhelia is considered the dream target for Arsenal, whilst Anthony Gordon continues to be strongly linked to the Emirates Stadium as well. But there's another name emerging. Now a fresh report is coming out which states Arsenal have sent scouts to watch a winger performing in the Belgian league, and his numbers are absolutely incredible. According to Team Talk, Arsenal have sent scouts to watch Club Brugge winger Christos Tzolis. The Gunners had recruitment chiefs present during Brugge's 5-0 demolition of Union SG on Sunday, a game in which Tzolis absolutely dominated. In that match, Tzolis scored one goal and provided a hat-trick of assists, 4 goal contributions in a single game. That's the type of production that gets scouts excited and triggers serious interest from big clubs. The report claims that Arteta genuinely appreciates Tzolis' versatility and end product, as he's registered a whopping 47 goal involvements this term. Let me break down those numbers for you because they're genuinely ridiculous. In the Jupiler Pro League, he's played 26 games, scored 9 goals and provided 13 assists. In the Champions League, 9 games with 2 goals and 1 assist. In the Champions League qualifiers, 4 games with 1 goal and 4 assists. But here's where it gets crazy. In the Jupiler Pro League Champions playoffs, he's played just 8 games and has 6 goals and 8 assists. 14 goal contributions in 8 matches. That's absolutely elite production. Add in the Croquis Cup with 1 goal and the Volkswagen Super Cup with 1 goal and 1 assist, and you get to that total of 47 goal involvements across all competitions this season. The 32-cap Greece international can operate as a left winger, right winger, and as an attacking midfielder. That versatility is exactly what Arteta loves in his attackers because it gives tactical flexibility. The challenge Arsenal face is fending off stiff competition to land his signature. Manchester United and Chelsea are also circling around Tzolis, which could drive the price up significantly. Here's an interesting detail. Tzolis has actually played in the Premier League previously. He represented Norwich City during the 2021-2022 campaign when they got relegated. He didn't have much success with the Canaries back then, struggling to adapt and barely getting opportunities. But clearly the 24-year-old has developed significantly since leaving England. His time in Germany with Fortuna Düsseldorf and now in Belgium with Club Brugge has completely transformed him as a player. He's matured, he's more consistent, he's more decisive in the final third. This could be a redemption story in English football if Arsenal sign him. Sometimes players need to leave the Premier League, develop elsewhere, and come back as completely different players. Tzolis fits that profile perfectly. Now let's talk about Eli Junior Kroupi because this story is absolutely brilliant and shows exactly how much Arsenal's reputation has changed under Arteta. Kroupi is the player who helped decide the Premier League winners with his crucial goal against Manchester City, and now the striker has been directly asked about joining Arsenal by fans on the street. It was Kroupi's goal against City on the final day that ended up crowning the Gunners as Premier League champions for the first time in 22 years. That moment will live in Arsenal history forever. The young French striker has proven to be one of the hottest commodities in the Premier League this season. At just 19 years old, playing for Bournemouth, he's shown incredible maturity and quality. Arsenal are among the clubs actively tracking Kroupi ahead of next summer's transfer window. We've been watching him closely all season, and that goal against City probably moved him up our priority list. Now, Arsenal fans have been sending him serious love on social media after his title-winning goal against City, and his reaction to potentially joining Arsenal was genuinely interesting and encouraging. Following his goal against Manchester City, Kroupi was greeted by Arsenal fans on the street in Bournemouth, and they asked him directly about a possible move to the Emirates Stadium. Someone recorded the entire interaction. An Arsenal fan recorded himself telling Kroupi, "I just want to say thank you for yesterday. You saved us, bro. You won us the league. I want you to come to Arsenal. I'll put in a good word." The Bournemouth striker just smiled in response to being asked about Arsenal. Not a polite, dismissive smile, but a big, beaming smile that suggested genuine interest and excitement at the possibility. Fans are absolutely buzzing about his reaction on social media because it shows he's not closed to the idea at all. Think about this for a second. 4 or 5 years ago, when asked about Arsenal, players might have laughed at the prospect of joining the club. We were mid-table. We had no European football. We looked lost. But Mikel Arteta has now certainly changed that perception completely. Arsenal are Premier League champions, Champions League finalists, one of the most exciting teams in Europe. Most of Arsenal's targets will now be begging their agents to get them a move to the Emirates Stadium. That's the power of winning trophies and building a proper project. And Kroupi should absolutely be one of the players the Gunners have on their summer shortlist. According to The Telegraph, the 19-year-old is genuinely one of Arsenal's summer targets. Breaking the bank to get him should be a priority for Andrea Berta. The teenager has netted 13 goals in 32 Premier League matches during his debut season in the English top flight. Those are phenomenal numbers for a teenager. Berta wants to sign a new attacker for the North London club in the summer, and he should look no further than Kroupi. Young, talented, Premier League proven, already loves Arsenal fans. Perfect signing. Now let's talk about an unexpected financial story, because Arsenal may have an unexpected financial interest in the fallout from Southampton's extraordinary Spygate scandal. Southampton were expelled from the Championship playoffs on Tuesday after they were found guilty of multiple breaches relating to the unauthorised filming of opponents' training sessions. That's a massive scandal. They filmed Oxford, Ipswich and Middlesbrough's training sessions ahead of their playoff semi-final matches. That's blatant cheating, and they got caught red-handed. Middlesbrough have been reinstated and will face Hull City in the playoff final on Saturday, while Southampton have also been handed a 4-point deduction for next season. That's brutal punishment, but deserved. This punishment ends Southampton's hopes of an immediate return to the Premier League, which has significant implications for Aaron Ramsdale and therefore for Arsenal. The former Arsenal goalkeeper is currently on loan at Newcastle United, who hold a £25 million option to buy him permanently this summer. Newcastle are expected to make a final decision this month about whether to trigger that clause. But with funds earmarked for other priority areas like midfield and attack, they may opt against triggering the option. That means Ramsdale will return to Southampton for the summer window, and Southampton will need to decide what to do with him. Had Southampton won promotion back to the Premier League, Ramsdale would have likely stayed there as their #1 goalkeeper. But staying in the Championship changes everything completely. A permanent departure from St Mary's is now far more likely for Ramsdale, although potentially at a reduced price compared to what Newcastle could have paid. Where this concerns Arsenal is crucial. According to Football.London, the Gunners retained a sell-on clause when we sold Ramsdale to Southampton last summer. Should the goalkeeper get a permanent move this summer to another club, Arsenal stand to receive a percentage of any transfer fee. That could potentially run into the millions depending on the size of the deal. Think about it. If Southampton sell Ramsdale for £20 million and Arsenal have a 20% sell-on clause, that's £4 million straight into our transfer budget. Arsenal are also set to receive a small financial windfall off the back of Ethan Nwaneri's loan to Marseille, due to a clause involving his lack of playing time there. Although these are relatively minor amounts individually, these financial boosts may affect Arsenal's room to manoeuvre in the summer transfer window when everything adds up. For the first time in 22 years, we will be looking to strengthen our squad ahead of a season defending our Premier League title. Every £1 million helps when you're trying to compete at the absolute highest level. Alright Gooners, that's all the massive news from today. Now I want to hear from you. Should Arsenal sign Tzolis this summer? Would you take Kroupi as our new striker? And how much do you think we'll get from the Ramsdale sell-on clause? Drop all your thoughts in the comments right now. I read every single comment, and your debates are always top quality. Let's get a proper discussion going as we celebrate being champions. And if you enjoyed this breakdown and want every Arsenal update as we prepare to defend our title, you absolutely need to hit that subscribe button immediately. Smash it right now and turn on notifications. We're Premier League champions. Until next time, Gooners, enjoy being champions and come on you Gunners.